Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to XCOM 2 Extended Edition. I don't know why there is no music. We have sound effects. Huh, weird. Anyway, let's get out there. And not now, we're doing something right now.
Avenger plotting new course.
We're figuring out this locator beacon. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't messed with the audio options. I'm sure music will kick in eventually. Here we go.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Alright, so this is tremendously important. This is how we get in contact with other regions. First of all, it's important for accomplishing the next bit of the plot, but obviously, as I mentioned last time, it's also tremendously important for increasing our income. We also need this. This will be important in the near future. I'm actually going to hit modular weapons first. I'm thinking we want to move up to the next tier of weapons and armor as quickly as possible, and then we can start pushing through plot.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander.
It makes a very big
have a full report available.
Commander, we can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
Yeah. So we basically what happens is we click make contact. The Sky Ranger flies there. We have to scan at that location for 6 to 8 days, I believe. And then once we've done that, we establish contact. It's added to our network. We gain money from it every turn. It'll be every month, rather. It'll be 45 supplies from New India, for example. And having New India would let us make contact with this region or this region over here, and so on. Let's finish doing this right now.
You and I both know we only had one other Sky Ranger, Commander. It's worse for wear, but this heap used to be Big Sky's pride and joy, and someone's been putting her to work. It may be possible to triangulate exactly where they took off from, but it'll take some time.
In the cargo hold, a large crate bearing a faded XCOM insignia contains several unusual weapons.
These weapons are unlike any design I have previously encountered before.
What the hell is this thing?
I could attempt further analysis, but the likelihood of us reverse engineering them appears low regardless.
Remember what Tygan said. These new weapons are one of a kind. If we leave them on the battlefield, they'll be lost to us forever.
Okay, so we gotta be careful not to leave these behind if the person holding them dies. Shadowkeeper. Is this a flintlock? What is going on here? This pistol is remarkably accurate, ensuring that even the most inexperienced... hold on a second. Hey, Bradford. Shh. Even the most inexperienced of our soldiers will strike their intended target. Unique, cannot be duplicated or... There's a chance they could kill the target and escape undetected, so this thing might let us maintain stealth. That would be really cool.
The commander really is connected to the ones
and a new axe.
Using in their captains.
Crafted throwing axes. Oh, they're throwing axes. And a frost grenade. Exposed tissue will be frozen on... Wow, that stuff seems really cool. I guess we'll get to it. We'll equip stuff with... We'll equip people with that stuff as we actually go out on missions. So, we have supply drop in 6 days. The supply drop is our monthly income. Given that it's 6 days, we're probably not going to be able to make contact with a new region in time before it happens. So I guess let's just... Well, we got to make contact with New India eventually anyway. It is an important part of the plot. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh no, this is 3 to 5 days. I must have been thinking of something else.
For the Indian regional zone.
It might be building new radio towers that's 6 to 8 days. Or maybe it's nothing at all and I'm just full of crap. Who knows?
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Unfortunately, I think magnetic weapons... Oh no, it is available to us. It doesn't take anything. Plated armor requires special stuff, but I guess we can just move to weapons right away. Well, that's tremendously valuable.
Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Alright, and let's view this room. So this is the room where we want to build... What do we want to build here? Probably a power supply station. So what does that cost? Right, because we also want to get resistance comms up. Resistance comms increase our capacity for contacting new regions. We can only have a certain number of regions in the network at any one time, and resistance comms is how you increase that number. But we need power before we can do that. So a power relay is next. It costs 80 supplies. And it's something that we do want to have next to a workshop because you can potentially station a couple engineers there. Alright, so the moment we have 80 supplies, we'll do that. Right after the supply drop. We assume that guy's the leader because he's got a cardigan on.
Commander, we've established contact with the local resistance and we're ready to move on the alien black site on your order. Advent's been keeping this facility a closely guarded secret. We should make sure our troops are ready for a tough fight before we send them out there. I'm keeping tabs
we're not
on
doing
all
that
our
yet.
operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your orders.
So we could start contact with a new region. This one we legitimately would not get in time. But it'll help us get some supplies next month. And it will help us toward the continent bonus. We can't see the continent bonuses yet, not until I research resistance radio. But they're sometimes very powerful. The other thing we could do is go for the supplies here. I don't know exactly how much it would be. It's probably not a huge amount. Yeah, we're pretty supply starved. Supplies are going to be a significant bottleneck for some time, so we're going to get our supply drop in a couple of seconds here.
Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system-
signal coming from the Advent Network Tower. It's global. Sir, I think you'll want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up. Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety.
You can still totally hear him. You know what he is saying to you.
Get your people out of there.
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Alright, so this is going to happen periodically. The Advent retaliates. We have to go to the site and save some of the XCOM aligned civilians. And if we fail the mission,
Sector 14, East
we
Asia.
can lose the region. So it's pretty important that we don't. Also, hold on just a moment. I just realized something. We have an idle workshop gremlin. He finished doing this thing, and then we didn't put him back to work. So this is definitely what he should be doing. Okay, let's do it. This is of tremendous importance, so everybody who has a class and isn't injured, get in here. Alright, you can see Hicks has unlocked an extra grenade slot. Let's have a look at these new weapons. So let's go...
The charges in this grenade don't seem all that powerful, but according to Shen, the liquefied gases inside should lead to an instantaneous freeze effect.
No, not weapon upgrade. I want to edit this guy's loadout. Let's have a look at these new guns. Oh, we have SMGs. I hadn't even thought about these. Oh, apparently in this mod, specialists can wield shotguns. That's very interesting. But what does an SMG do? SMG-style weapons offer bonus mobility, close quarters accuracy, and concealment relative to assault rifles, but do less damage, have less ammo, and suffer accuracy penalties at long range. Okay, well that's interesting. If I was going to have a soldier run fast and get close to people, wouldn't I just want a shotgun, though? I'm not sure what benefit these actually add over a shotgun. Well, it looks like it says 3 mobility, so it actually adds to the soldier's move. That's something, I guess. It doesn't seem very good. It seems like you generally would want a shotgun. This does 6 to 8 damage, but has a clip size of 1. It has a chance to stun on hit, and has an aim bonus. This seems
They only
bananas.
provide a single shot action, but this thing
Hell
hits
yeah.
hard. Even an edge hit could potentially stun the target.
Alright, you. Pistol Lady. Additional customization options are now available. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's get
The way this one is sighted in,
a new pistol.
there's no excuse for missed shots.
Okay, is that it? We got an axe too, but we don't have anybody in the team who can use a melee weapon yet. All right, let's hope that this is good enough. I'm still not bringing a med kit because I still think that grenades are too valuable.
Sky Ranger deployed.
All right, I'm very excited about getting to use our grenadier. I'm also very interested in how well this frost bomb is going to work. Alright, so on these retaliation missions, I'll let Bradford talk.
Nearby, and those people desperately need any help we can provide them. We're going in to eliminate the enemy threat and secure the area.
Alright, on these missions, yeah, we have to rescue at least 6 civilians. You rescue civilians by moving adjacent to them. But 1 or 2, I think it's 2, of the civilians on the map are actually alien plants. And we saw at the end of the cinematic that one guy started dissolving into a puddle and then rising again as like a big goopy monster. That's a faceless.
Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot, and
Bradford,
so
you
did we.
literally
We
just
don't
said
have a
this to me.
concealed position for deployment on this one.
Alright, so yeah, some of the enemy, 2 of the civilians are actually faceless in disguise, and if you move adjacent to a faceless, it reveals itself and mauls the crap out of you. So we have a couple of units who have a tremendous amount of health, and then we have Dawn Hicks who has 3. So we have to be real careful with her. Fortunately, Grenadiers can usually do their thing from quite a distance, although in this game they don't have a specialized gun. Maybe we should have given her the crazy bolt caster. In fact, it seems pretty likely that that was the right play. Alright, well, we don't see any civilians from our starting position. We have to find 6 civilians and rescue them, and we have to do it quickly, because the aliens will kill civilians every turn. Alright, if we zoom out a little bit, can we even see... Alright, we can see that there are buildings down this way. I'm assuming there's a zone wall. Yeah, okay, here's one wall. You can tell, because we can't go past the blue line. But it looks like we're not particularly close to the walls in the other sides. It usually spawns you in a corner. This time we just spawned up against a wall. So I have no idea which way is safe. Where the aliens are going to be. Let's zoom back in a little bit. I actually don't remember what the zoom in command is.
Affirmative. Moving out.
The zoom out command, by default, or at least what it's set to on mine, what it seems like is the default, is bound to G, so at the beginning of every mission I find myself hitting GG, which, I don't know, amuses me. So, here we have some civilians. You can see, if you step into a space inside the circle, the civilian will be considered rescued, and they'll run back to the Sky Ranger. For some reason, we can't just yell at them, hey, go to safety, it's right over there.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Ugh, I hate this. We have to approach slowly because there's a dangerous number of aliens. Yeah, but they're killing civilians every turn. Every turn, one civilian will die, basically. And it's not a guaranteed thing. It does. The aliens do actually have to be close to them to fire at them and stuff. But it.
On the move.
I mean, it's gonna happen every turn. It's gonna happen literally every turn. The only thing we can do to stop it is to kill every alien.
What's over there?
I can't believe we can't see this guy. He's right here. We know he is. This is ridiculous. I don't want to double move into an unsafe location. Apparently that is the zoom upward command. I'll figure it out. I guess there's nothing we can do. I'm not going to move forward fast enough to get us killed. So I guess we're just going to get to watch this civilian get shot in the face right in front of us. I can't believe that we can't see this sectoid. He should definitely be within range. Oh, he moved. He moved up this way. That's why we can't see him. Okay. And we know there's a civilian there. We can see her in the fog. Okay. Yeah, it's important to save the civilians, but it's also important not to die.
Advent troops here.
Alright. Well, we got this pack. So, one sectoid and one alien. One sectoid and one Advent guy. So you can see here, the grenade launcher fires the grenades further, and they have a significantly increased radius when fired from the grenade launcher. Okay, it looks like the frost grenade does not have an increased radius, but it's probably pretty good. We can't see this guy unless we move to here. Alright, so let's move up here and go for that snapshot. Oh, we are in range of the pistol. So how much damage does this pistol do? It does 2 to 3. It's not actually better in that sense. And we have this, Shadowfall. Pistol shot that is guaranteed to hit, and if the target is killed, the shooter gains concealment. That's awesome. But it looks like we only get to do it once per mission. Okay, so let's take our free shot. Oh! Lucky crit! Man, she's really useful. She's gonna go full gunslinger. She's earned it. So you can see this guy from this position of cover. We actually have a 40% chance to hit him even in that cover. I think we'll take it. That is a very silly weapon. There's no good reason for that thing to operate the way that it does. So I don't think there's any blue move that's going to take us in firing range. So I'm going to take a yellow move to full cover. Oh, there's a civilian right down there at the base of the cliff. Unfortunately, we can't see the alien, so we can't shoot at him, but
Affirmative. Covering now.
thanks to the magic of Snapshot, we do have the ability to at least overwatch him. I think sectoids don't usually shoot. They usually want to do psychic stuff. I don't want to use her grenade until we absolutely have to because her grenade is so powerful. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just take a low percentage chance shot. That wasn't terribly likely to hit, but we're not going to hit him with an Overwatch shot either, probably. The sniper might. I don't think Hicks is going to. And yeah, this is kind of annoying. I wish that the aliens only got one shot at the civilians. They only get one successful hit, basically. The aliens will stop shooting at the civilians if they kill one, but they can attack an infinite number of times, it seems like, or at least each one of them can attack once. Okay, so they reanimated a civilian. Unfortunately, the Psy Zombie's stats are not in any way based on what he was before he was zombied. A Psy Zombie civilian is exactly as dangerous as a Psy Zombie Advent. Alright, this guy's grenade I feel a little bit more comfortable using, because he has lots of other stuff he might do during the mission. So let's go ahead, draw up on this sectoid, drop a grenade in his lap.
Get ready for a surprise.
It looks like we're actually only going to destroy part of his cover. Yeah, the truck bed itself is not destructible. But we put him on half. This position will... Wow, you can't see him from here at all? Really? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I was going to say, I would expect this to be a flank, not a he's invisible for no reason. Unfortunately, the people who have the rifles and stuff can't get to him. And Bolt's not... The only thing Bolt's going to be able to shoot him with at this range is a pistol. Which is probably not going to be able to do that much damage. Not enough to kill him. Let's roll a 61%. Okay. If that had worked, it would have solved the problem entirely. So, of course, it didn't. This only does, like, 3 damage at most. Who else is left? Ugh. This sucks. And you have a 55% chance to hit. If she hits with this, we'll be able to finish him off with a pistol shot with a sniper, even if this doesn't kill him. If she misses with this, we might be in some trouble. Oh, she even got the kill. Okay. So we've got quite a number of civilians over here. I see 4, and then there's a 5th one right there. These are potentially all rescuable, but I don't want to actually move into any other spaces this turn because, like I said, they could be faceless. Wow, these Advent soldiers are ridiculous. Yeah. They should really only get 1 shot. If they miss, they missed. Because that guy has no training or defenses of any kind. It's just embarrassing.
What's over there?
Oh, let's see what we got.
Good to go.
Okay, good. Rescue. Yeah, we might be able to save 6 right here. I don't know how... There may be rules for the way that the faceless are placed in the mission. That perhaps would make it more obvious to me when someone is faceless, but I don't know of any, so we just kind of have to believe. So this one is in a really awkward position where there's no cover. We can't move to cover and rescue her at the same time. So I'm going to move to here. Next turn we'll be able to drop onto her with a blue move and then move back out. And I'm going to take this opportunity to just reload the bolt caster. You cannot get to anybody. You cannot get to anybody. Looks like we might not do any more rescuing this turn. And I'm reticent to charge across large distances even into cover. Just there's so many things that can go wrong. No, let's just move safe.
Moving on target.
We have a lot of civilians over here.
Got it covered.
Okay, one of them is transformed. Well, then it's a good thing we're all sitting here on Overwatch. Yeah, sometimes the faceless just transform for no reason. Uh-oh. Alien pack moved into us on the same turn. Oh, that guy's got a different helmet on. Is that a stun lancer?
Big deal.
An Advent sentry. Okay. Well, that's either an enemy from the Long War mods or something new from a DLC. I've never seen an Advent sentry before. Okay, and it looks like we didn't actually lose a civilian this turn, maybe, because there's not another civilian shot occurring. Oh, God. Does he have a move? Or an attack? Yes, he does. Alright, so the faceless can attack on the same turn that they transform out. That's good to know and also super annoying. Alright, so what options do you have? Yeah, okay. Take it. God, that bolt caster is really something. I like that. That's a good weapon. Alright, so we have to worry about... I don't see where this guy is. He was over here, right? We could just do this. Just blind bomb him. Seems poor. Let's try to get to a position where we can actually see him.
I'm going.
Can you please get eyes on that guy? I was gonna do the shadow fall thing. She saw him and then lost sight of him somehow. It's ridiculous that she cannot see him from this position. Okay, well... we have to be sure this thing dies.
Moving to position.
I guess we'll just have this guy finish it off. Okay.
Focus. Running dry.
That's crummy. 62%. We'd have better odds with a pistol shot, but the pistol shot might do 2 damage. I wanted to be guaranteed to get the kill. So he's behind this tree, was it?
Roger that.
Unfortunately, we can't get a flank. I can just kill him. Whatever.
Throwing grenade.
I know I said I wanted to save the grenade, but, like, every time you let an enemy attack, you're allowing something horrible to happen. Potentially. You're allowing the potential of something horrible. It's good to prevent the enemy from getting attacks. Alright, how many civilians are left? We've been pretty slow. There are 7 unrescued civilians remaining. So we need to get 5 of those 7. So let's see if this one is faceless. I think there should only be 1 more faceless.
Let's go. Move out.
Okay, real save. Good, good, good.
Is it
How about
clear?
you?
I gotcha. You're safe.
Okay, we have a lot of people we can see, a lot of people that the Advent forces can't get to.
Orders confirmed.
Which is important. Alright, let's see if we have a real save here.
Voici, je bouge. Allez-y, foncez jusqu'au vaisseau.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we only need 2 more. We know that they're over here somewhere. I'm gonna take this turn to reload. A lot of our people need to reload their weapons. Everybody's almost out. Okay, so we still have the frost bomb,
Locked and loaded.
which we will use if things get rough. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about our position here. I think we've done well so far. So there's no place that we can rescue the civilian from that we have cover from the correct sides, which is a shame.
Rolling.
We're gonna have to take it a little bit slow on this, unfortunately. It's not my favorite thing to do, but
Allez, on bouge.
that guy just has to spend the next several turns running.
Overwatch.
Yeah, let's just overwatch, and then you move toward the civilians.
That's affirmative.
It should not be possible for her to see new aliens from here. Never mind, she did anyway. Those guys are on the other side of this cargo container. How can I see them? Well, you know what? We're gonna try this. Let's see what this does exactly. I mean, I reckon it freezes people. Okay. Not bad. And then we got one of these surveillance drones, which don't seem to do very much damage, but they do a lot of annoying stuff. Oh, okay. That was some good Overwatch. If we just kill the enemies, we do win the mission. As long as there's enough people still alive. So let's just run up here. Flank this frozen dude. And yes, 100%. That's what I want to see. Look at this. What a beautiful group of numbers. Unfortunately, non-lethal. Do you have a good angle on him from anywhere? No, not really.
I'm going.
Alright, what do we have? Aw. I didn't use her fast hands thing because I'm pretty sure, I would go so far as to say absolutely certain, that there is one more faceless that we're going to have to deal with after we kill this guy. And of course, being a faceless, he's going to try to surprise us. So I think it might be to our benefit to have a little bit of extra firepower available for that turn. I don't know how long those... Okay, I was about to say I don't know how long the freeze lasts, but that's how many turns the freeze lasts. Fortunately, everybody's in cover. Oh, he doesn't get to move this turn? Wow. Alright, I'm actually going to have her reload first. No sense in just ending her turn immediately, right?
Good riddance.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status
I guess there is only one.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, civilians rescued 8. We rescued them through violence. which is a perfectly fine way of doing things. And we didn't take any damage at all. Nobody has to go heal. That was fantastic. What a great mission. Well, they're not always going to be that easy. And there are a couple of types of aliens that can be a real pain on those missions. But we got a little bit lucky there. Things worked out for the best, and free XP for everybody. Party back at the Sky Ranger. So for right now, our focus is getting weapons and armor up to the next tier. We're going to get alien alloys, which we need to do the armor research, from clearing out that room on the second tier of our ship, the one that we have the 2 gremlins working on right now. So once we've done that, we can research armor, and we're working on weapons now. Both of those researches are going to be kind of long, but once we've done that, I'll feel pretty comfortable taking on the Black Site mission. So let's see, did we get any promotions? Any cool upgrades, maybe? I'm in love with this bolt caster.
And that's what you've shown them, Commander. Well done.
What do we got? Grenadier. The grenade in your grenade-only slot gains a bonus use. That's going to be hard to beat. They can get steady weapon, that thing our sniper has. Or a bonus point of armor and 66% less damage from explosive attacks. Wow, it's like an incredible skill, and then 2 skills that I can't imagine ever really caring about. So that was an easy choice. And Corporal Leroy... It's probably not Leroy. Given that his name is Gaston, it's probably like Leroy. Leroy. Something. I don't know. I don't speak French. Oh, this is interesting. So Overwatch shots can now be triggered by any enemy action, not just movement, is interesting, but that means that you'll Overwatch on enemies shooting somewhat frequently, and when they do the shooting, they're usually going to be in cover. So I'm not 100% sure that this is great. On the other hand, flashbangs and smoke bombs are both actually pretty effective, and having one for free, not having to devote a slot to it, is really interesting. I think I'm actually going to take Flashbanger, because I like flashbangs a lot. Flashbangs have an extremely large area of effect, do not affect your own troops as far as I'm aware, and any enemy that gets flashbanged takes an aim penalty and loses the use of a lot of its special abilities. In addition, you can flashbang a sectoid that has a mind meld with somebody that, has resurrected someone or mind controlled somebody, and the resurrection or mind control will be immediately broken. Flashbangs are great. Okay, overall, I'm extremely pleased with how that went. And we got some faceless and
resources available to you, Commander.
Awesome.
You have still managed to exceed my expectations. Excellent work.
We got a supply. What is this now?
Now that we've finally got this place up and running, we should be able to access some of these dormant alien systems. Let's see if you two can play nice. What the?
Shen, getting some kind of interference up here. Seems to be hitting us across the board.
Working on it.
Something triggered your remote uplink. But how is that possible? No one knows these systems.
Shen, power readings just spiked. What the hell is going on down there?
This is potentially pretty bad.
Dad?
Apparently her dad was way into Atari 2600 games. So I'm pretty sure that's what was happening on those monitors.
Ghosts, which means someone had to access that unit remotely. If they can access Rover, there's no telling what else they might be able to do. I strongly suggest we make investigating that signal our top priority.
Dude, listen, we got a lot of top priorities right now.
Looks like Shen was able to confirm the signal's origin. Inputting the coordinates on the map now.
Okay, that sounds like a thing to do later. We're going to focus on what we're focused on right now. So, that's going to be it for this episode. Come back next time. We're going to get our first supply drop. We're going to build our advanced warfare center. We're going to start making contacts with rebels all over the world. Things are going to get completely awesome. I almost believe that. We'll see you then.